With 2021 starting, a lot of people who were exploring or thinking of getting into programming finally get into programming. But they all have one basic question, which is what should be my first programming language? Now, if you do ask me that question personally, I would say either of these two languages. But before I tell you what other languages, let me tell you why I'm telling you these languages are. And you can guess which language I'm telling. One being, these languages are highly in demand and they are supremely versatile and powerful. And second being, it's more easier to learn these languages. So have you guessed the languages out now? Comment down below. So those two languages are one, JavaScript, and second is Python. Now, I know if you're a old school programmer who's seeing this video, you're right now screaming on top of your head, why am I recommending these languages? You should clearly start from like C++ or Java or something or the other which they taught me in my school or in my college, because they really help you understand everything that is related to programming. And yeah, I agree, C++ and Java are a lot more robust languages and you can make highly robust applications with it, but they also have a lot of jargon which is not really necessary for a programmer who is just starting out, by the way, to understand. Whereas languages like JavaScript and Python, they are a lot more easier to understand. A lot of the jargon is just hidden and you don't really have to worry about it. And you will learn about this with time, with experience, when it is needed. And this just makes it, the whole learning process, a lot more easier, a lot more convenient, and it's not overwhelming. Because I've met people who are like, programming it's hard because there is so much stuff to worry about. You don't really have to worry about them right now. Just understand the basic logic, just build your muscle to create logic, understand what we really have to do, and then you can worry about all the other stuff. But because you have to worry about all the other stuff in those languages, you really are overwhelmed with the amount of things which you have to do at the very beginning. And well, with languages like JavaScript or Python, you don't really have to worry about it. In among the two, if somebody was asked you which would you recommend the most, I would really say JavaScript, because of how versatile and powerful the language is. Like, JavaScript is primarily used for creating websites and the front end of a website with HTML and CSS paired with it. But not only that, now JavaScript can be used to create a full-blown backend of the website too, or even desktop applications. Like, can you imagine using just one language to create, say, desktop application or even Android applications or iOS application, like applications for your phone? There is a lot of versatility to the language and you can fit what you like. And that's how good of a language that is. And with the versatility, it's not that difficult to learn. To put it in a time frame, I would say you will be good enough with JavaScript in the span of like 3 months that you can start earning with it. And whereas with Python, you can apply Python in web. You can use Python to create backends of websites with frameworks like Django and Flask or Pyramid. But not only that, you can go for like machine learning and data analysis and data analyzation, or create like a DevOps, or even create games with Python with libraries like Pygame, or create GUI, good user interfaces on your desktop with tkinter or PyQt. And well, the amount of freedom which they give you to experiment with, to find what you really want to do, and this versatility and power is what really makes it a good choice as your first language. Now, if you have any very specific domain which you want to hit, you can choose a language with that particular, which is more suitable for that domain. For example, if you're going for game development, I would recommend you going with like C++ or C#, because the major game, the big boys of the game engine Unreal and Unity, they use languages like C++ and C Sharp, and well, it's just efficient for you to do that. But other than that, if you are not knowing anything and you don't know what you should start with, go with JavaScript or go with Python. That's my advice. I hope you guys learned something. So leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. There will be more content coming up soon. So till that time, stay fit, stay awesome, and bye bye.